In this series, I started a landscaping business with $500,000 and a pickup truck in the hopes of making millions. Will I make it big or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the landscape series. Right now we're just pulling up to our very first job of the day, and it's actually a really big one. I can't wait to get this one started. So a local millionaire actually bought this land and he's deciding to put hotels here, and he hired us on to do all the groundwork. So this is probably going to be our biggest job to date. We're going to drop the dozer off and we're going to go grab the excavator. Guys, check out this area. This is massive. I just picked the excavator up off the job we just finished. We did a little septic system and this area is really hard to get out of, so it took me a little bit longer to get out of there, but we're almost back to the job site. But if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see it continue, smash the like button and subscribe. We're on track to get to 3,000 by end of May. And after driving for 10 minutes, I'm finally back to the job site, and I just got off the phone with the developer and he just sent me the plans, so we're gonna go over that and try to get everything situated. So we're actually gonna be marketing this out ourselves, and I don't really trust myself, and I think in the future I should probably invest in GPS. It just makes jobs like this a lot easier, especially where we're starting to get bigger with this company. I'm just gonna go over, grab some steaks so we can get this marked out. Alright guys, so it's been a few hours. Me and Chad actually got this marked out. We got our four corners where we got to put this pad to, and I sent Chad to go get some gravel, so when we get all this topsoil pushed off, we're able to put the pad there. Now I had this dozer probably 3 weeks now, and I must say I do like it, but on a job like this we got a lot to move, so I wish I had a bigger dozer. Well, that didn't take me long at all, so I got everything pushed into this pile over here, and later on we'll spread it out after we get the base done. So Chad's actually gotten to get some gravel and we're down to pretty solid ground, so we should be able to build on this. So we get the first load of many. Now I wish he spread out a bit more, but the quarry is actually kind of far away, so I do have a lot of time to actually do it before he gets back with another load. Now I could have hired on another dump truck, but that becomes expensive because they want $250 an hour for the dump truck and driver. So for right now we're just going to use ours and hopefully we can keep up. I need about 50 to 60 loads I think to actually do this pad. Oh, this is going to be a lot of work. So it looks like Chad just got back with another load, and you know what, that actually didn't take him too long. He must be going pretty quick. So we'll get this spread out and we got to do it in 1 foot lifts. Then somebody got to come by and actually test it because there's actually going to be a structure on this and they want to make sure the ground holds up. Alright guys, so it's actually been a few days and I'm just doing the finishing touches on this, trying to roll it in as much as possible with the dozer. That way it's compacted. So we actually got somebody coming by very soon to test it, and I'm hoping me tracking with the dozer is enough to actually compact it. But if it do fail, I'm gonna have to go rent a roller and do it right. But he's actually not supposed to be here for another hour, so I'm gonna grab the excavator and we actually gotta dig out for the water and sewer line, so that way the plumbers can get it roughed in and the city can come by and pass it and we can backfill it. Well, it's been an hour and I finally got this roughed in, so we just need a little bit of gravel to put down. And the last 20 feet we actually got to do, we got to wait until the city passes this part because they don't want us going too close to the road for now. But really, this is all I can do for right now, so I'm going to turn off the excavator and we actually got another job to go to, so I'm going to head over there now. I'll see you guys when I get there. I just spent $66,000, so I ended up buying a John Deere mini excavator because the job we're actually going to, there's a fence up and they don't want us to take the fence down. Now when I actually go to the job, you guys might recognize it because it's actually a job we did for the city not too long ago, but they had some slight changes in plans. Well, here it is guys, our brand new to us John Deere 50G excavator. So it's a 2020, it got about 5,000 hours on it and it's actually in really good shape, and I think it's going to help us out a lot with jobs like this. Well, that's not going anywhere. Now it looks super small on this trailer. I guess it's kind of an overkill, but this is the truck I was driving. After driving for 10 minutes, I'm finally to the job. So guys, we're back at the playground and you may notice some things look different. So they actually took down the volleyball net and the chairs because, well, they're going to be putting a community pool here. Yes, they're going to put a pool right here and we got to dig out for it. Now I would have took down the fence, it would have been a lot cheaper, but they didn't want to. So now I actually got to rent a crane so we can lift the mini into the place and lift it out, and that's going to cost me a lot of money. Alright guys, so it's been about 20 minutes and guess what, the crane's here. Look at the crane we had to get and the device he had to bring just to lift the mini in. To take out the fence would have been a lot cheaper, but I do have it in the contract, so they're paying for the crane. You know what? I didn't actually check with the crane company. They probably don't have any more devices like this, and if I got a mini that was too big, I wouldn't have been able to put it through. I'm hoping this one actually fits, so we're gonna put the boom down. Yeah, we should be able to fit. So we're trying to put it in the center as much as possible, that way it don't rock too much, and I think we're pretty good. So I'm going to go ask the crane operator if he needs to strap it down and tell him we're ready to lift it when he is. So there's actually been a slight change in plans. So the crane operator, he must have had a bad breakfast this morning. Yeah, his stomach's not feeling too good, so he's actually gone to the bathroom. He told me I could lift it myself, so let's give it a try. Wow, actually, you know what? This don't seem too hard. You just gotta take your time. Make sure not to make it rock too much. Okay, gentle. Okay, here we go. We're gonna lay it down. I mean, it wasn't the smoothest, but this is my first time on a crane. I actually got a lot to dig out here, so on the deep end we need to be at least 8 feet, and on the low end it gotta be about 4. So I don't know where I'm putting all this dirt. So it's been a few hours and I finally got this dug out, so everything is ready for when the concrete and the pool guys come in. So what we ended up doing for the dirt, so the crane operator actually had another attachment he hooked up, so we were able to load the dirt right into it, and he was able to drop it right into our dump truck that Chad brought away. We actually brought it back to the yard because there was a lot of good sand. But there's actually another problem. I guess he had a bad lunch this time and he's gone to the bathroom. He told me I could just do it myself, so we're going to take our time. But the wind actually picked up a nice bit, so it's starting to rock a bit more, so I'm going to have to take my time. But I kind of want to get at this job, so we're going to try to lay this down. And I must say, it's hard to tell from here how close you are to the excavator. Hopefully I don't hit it because oh my, what did I just do? I can't believe I just put this on top of my excavator, but that's what I was talking about. It's actually hard to tell how far you are out. You know what? That was probably because of the wind. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. That wasn't my fault. Yeah, so I'm no crane operator, as you can tell. I didn't lay it the best, so now I gotta climb up here and try to get onto it, and it's barely on the ground. So this is gonna be pretty hard to do. I'm gonna talk the boom and hope for the best. I'm hoping the crane operator don't come back right yet. I don't want him to see this mess I got. Yeah, I think that should be good enough. Now, I'm going to try to walk onto it, and we're going to have to take our time because it's going to start to move as soon as I get on. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Oh no, we're moving. Okay, we stopped. That could have been a lot worse, but at least we're on it, and there's no one around to actually see it. I mean, for my second time doing it, I don't think it was too bad. What, he's still not here? Well, that's not going anywhere. Guys, I just paid $10,000 for that crane. That's crazy. Now, I am getting the money back from the city, but I pretty much did all the work myself. I mean, I didn't own the crane or anything, but still, I should have got a discount because I didn't actually have the crane operator, so I shouldn't have been paying his wage. But I'm actually not a licensed crane operator, so I guess I don't want people to know I was actually operating it. Well guys, it's actually been a few weeks and I just got a call. They got the pool done and we're ready to go back to the hotel and finish off a couple of things. But as I can see right now, that pond actually filled up, so I want to check that out before we actually go over. I'm still really nervous over this job because if the pond fails again, we're in big trouble. That could actually bankrupt this company because that's going into the road this time. Oh no. I don't want to think about it. Wow, it actually looks really good. Okay, so the water is actually staying in the pond this time. Now, he did mention he wants to put a bit of sand here later on, so he got a little beach area. And he actually said he wants us back to do it, so I guess that's a good sign we're doing okay work. Now, we did have one dam fail, but you know what? We'll let that one slide. No pun intended. I'm actually going to check over here, make sure there's no water seeping out the back of the dam. And you know what? Everything looks good. Everything is dry. We really got lucky this time. This could have been really bad. But I actually got some pretty good help on this. We actually called Chris from Let's Dig and he helped us out. I'm just pulling up to the playground job now and I actually got to do a final walkthrough with the city so I can actually get paid. And this is actually going to be the first time I've seen this project since we dug it out. I actually never seen the pool finished, so I'm hoping the pool guys did a good job or I won't get paid. Wow, they actually did a really good job. Check it out. This is way better than I thought. Now, there is a couple spots I think we're going to have to get a rake and just put some sand there, but that's nothing major. But check it out, guys. This pool is so nice. I wish I had the money to actually put one on my property. Right now, I just got an above ground one, but that will do for now, I guess. This one's actually opening up in a week or two, and I can't wait to actually come here and try it out. Holy smokes, I made $190,000 off this job. Now I gotta take it 10,000 for the crane, but still $180,000? I really gotta get more jobs with this city. They pay so much better than residential. So I've been driving for about 10 minutes and we're finally back to the hotel job, and guys, they got the hotel put up. Now I heard the inside's actually not done, so they're probably a couple more weeks out, but they got the outside done. We actually got a lot to do on this property, but that's going to be at a future date because they're not quite ready for a parking lot and they're going to be putting a pool here. Well, that didn't take long to do, so we got the water line put in and the sewer. The city's actually coming by to pass the last 20 feet. They already passed the other part and Chad's been backfilling with the dozer, just trying to get this job done, because after we get this done and the dirt pushed off, we probably won't be back here for a couple more weeks and we're going to need the dozer and excavator for other jobs. I just sent Chad to go get the float truck, that way he can bring the excavator to the next job. We actually been really busy the last couple of weeks, so as soon as we finish one job, the excavator or dozer's gone to another one, so that's what's going on right now. He's actually bringing it to another septic system we gotta do, so I'm just gonna push this dirt off, that way when he gets that brought to the other job, he can come back and grab the dozer and bring it to the next job for the dozer. Now that didn't take me long at all, so it probably took me about 15 minutes to actually push that dirt off. Now it's probably not perfect, but that don't matter right now because when we come back for the parking lot, we gotta actually move a lot of that dirt, so it's only for now just to get out of the way. Anyways, I got everything done so far for this job until we gotta come back and do all the finished landscaping, so I'm gonna go get my money. And Chad must be having some trouble with the float truck because he's still not here for the excavator. Wow, I made $350,000 off this job, so hopefully in the future this guy gets us to come back do more jobs so we can actually buy more equipment. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the landscape series. We actually got something pretty big planned for today, so I ended up buying this trailer for $5,000, so we're going to pick it up, grab our mower, and we're going to head over to this business that my friend just bought. So we actually ended up buying an abandoned motel, and guys, it is actually abandoned pretty bad. We need to do a lot of work to get it up and running, so he hired me on to do it. Now, he is my friend, so I'm going to give him a little discount, but I'm still a businessman, so I need to make money. Why is that flipped over? That can't be good. So right now, I'm just going to grab the mower. Now, I'm probably going to need the skid steer and dump trailer later on. But before I actually bring all that stuff over, I need to mow the property just to see what we're dealing with. But if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see it continue, like, subscribe, comment below. It really helps the channel grow, and we're on track to get to 5,000 by the end of June. Well, that shouldn't go anywhere. Now I'm going to shut the gate because, I don't know, I don't think anybody's been in the yard, but I want to make sure no one gets in the yard. So I'm going to hop in the truck, we're going to get on our way, and I'll see you guys when I get to the property. Wow, he definitely wasn't lying when he said it was overgrown. Guys, check this out. We got so much work ahead of us. Guys, do you know what? I actually had an opportunity to buy this motel. I wish I did. It could have been another source of income, but as you could tell, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I'm going to need to get started, but before I can do that, I'm going to go inside and talk to my good friend Jimmy and see exactly what he wants done here. Hey Jimmy, how's it going? You bought a motel. The Grand Rock? I'm actually so surprised that you bought a motel. You're the last person I thought would buy one. Do you know there's a tree inside? Okay. Is that one you want to get rid of? Alright Jimmy, sounds good. I'll talk to you later. Alright guys, so we actually had a really busy day ahead of us now. So Jimmy wants us to get rid of all the bushes, clean the grass, and he actually wants us to build a couple things. Now, I'm no carpenter, but hey, it can't be too hard. We'll give it a try and hopefully we can actually do what he wants. But right now, we gotta get rid of this lawn. It's probably about a foot high, and I don't want to be walking through it. There could be snakes or anything. Now, I wish I had some help with this property. It's going to take a long time with just me, but Chad's pretty busy over at the hotel. I got him going back and forth all day with topsoil. We need to get that project done by next week, so I can't really haul him off that job. So it looks like it's just me. So I've been doing this for about 15 minutes now, and it's taking me a bit longer because where the grass is so long, the mower's having a bit of trouble chewing it up. So I gotta go a bit slower than I normally would. But at least I get to see this motel, and I must say, my friend paid $300,000 for this property, and I think it was a pretty good deal because overall the buildings look like they're in good shape Now the lawn is overgrown, but that's minor stuff. I haven't seen the inside, maybe there's some damage in there, but overall I think he got a good deal on this, and I wish I had the money to actually buy it for myself, but I only have $160,000. They want 300, and then you need money to actually fix it up. Now the only good thing is I have the equipment to actually do this stuff, but I just didn't have the money. Okay guys, that took a lot longer than I thought, but we finally got the mowing pretty much done. Now there's a couple spots we gotta do obviously, but we gotta get rid of the bushes first. So I'm gonna grab my machete and get that done. I guess I'm gonna start over here by the mower. There's more bushes on this side, so hopefully this can cut it pretty good. Oh, this is actually working out a lot better than I thought. So I just looked over the plans and it looks like there's going to be a sandbox in this area. So you know what that means? We're going to have to get some sand later on. So we're definitely going to need a dump trailer. Now there is a bit of garbage he wants us to get rid of too. So we'll do that all at the same time. Anyways, I've been cutting down bushes probably for an hour now. And I'm going to say we got about 30 done. And we got about close to 10 left to do. So it actually shouldn't take me much longer to get these done. Then we can actually finish mowing the property. Yes, finally, I got all the bushes cut down. I'm just going to put the machete in the truck, hop on the mower, and we'll get this property done. After I get this lawn mowed, I'm going to bring the mower back over, go grab my dump trailer and skid steer because we need a load of sand, we need some wood, and there's a bunch of garbage on this property we need to bring to the dump. So I think that would be the best option. And I'm pretty much done this. It should only take me another 15 minutes. And just like that, we got it mowed. So we're going to put this on the trailer, head back to the shop. And I must say, this is probably the third job we had with this mower. We don't get a lot of mowing jobs, but I do like them. Well, I don't think that's going anywhere. YouTube says 60% of you guys that are watching these videos aren't subscribed. So if you guys are enjoying this content and would like to see it continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. And make sure you turn on notifications so you're notified every time we post a video. Alright guys, so it's actually been a few hours. We ran back to the shop, got the skid steer, we got the dump trailer, and we just left the lumber company. We got a load of wood. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. If not, we'll go back and get more. So first things first, we're going to have to unload the skid steer. That way we can load all the garbage into the dump trailer and we can bring it to the dump. So let's get that unloaded. Oh, and I forgot to mention guys, we actually got another big job coming up. We're going to bid on and hopefully we can get it. That way we can keep this business going, because as of right now, work is pretty slow. We do have a couple big jobs, but that's just not enough to keep this going. I'm just going to put the skid steer over here for now because, well, I gotta put the ramps back in and shut the back door. That way we can fill it up with garbage. Ugh. These doors are so hard to shut. They might be bent a little bit. I'm just going to put the pin in. Okay, we're good to go. I'm going to hop back in the skid steer. I mean, most of this garbage I could probably put in by hand, but I'm pretty lazy. But that actually reminds me, so we actually don't use the wood chipper that much anymore, so I'm also thinking about selling that. I could easily get $10,000 for that and use that to go towards something we would actually use. What do you guys think? Should I sell it? Well, that didn't take too long. With this skid steer, it took me about 5 minutes to put all that garbage in. Now by hand, it would have took me 40 minutes, so I think it was a good idea. I'm just going to park this here. So on the plans he actually gave me, there's some sort of bench swing we could actually build and put right here. I never built one before. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to do, so we need this wood here for that. So I'm going to hook the truck from the trailer. That way we can actually get the skid steer behind it and hopefully we can unload it. Alright, I think that should be good there. Let's get this strap off. Then I'm going to hop in the skid steer. And we're going to have to try to drag it back a little bit. That way I can get a chain around it and we can lift it up. Yeah, I think that should be good there. Now I just need to get a chain. I think I got one in front of this trailer. Let's see. I didn't actually bring one. Yes, we got a chain. So we're going to hook it to this tooth here on the outside. Throw the chain under, go around to the other side. That way we can put it on the other tooth on the bucket. I'm thinking that's going to work. I'm hoping we're in the center. That way it don't rock back and forth. Wow, that actually worked a lot better than I thought. Usually my plans don't work that good, and it's nice to actually see one work. I'm just going to park the skid steer here. I shouldn't need this for a while until we actually get the sand. But before I ruin all this lumber, I'm going to go inside and look at the plans and ask him exactly what he wants done for this swing. I mean, I never built one before. I never even built the bench before. Hi Jimmy, it's me. Look, I'm on your camera. Hey Jimmy, did you see me? What? Your camera don't work? Why do you have them? You might want to get that fixed. Alright, we'll put a nail here, one here. Yeah, that looks good. Well, you know what? I think we did a good job. Guys, check it out. We built this. Now, I wouldn't have been able to do it without YouTube. I did ruin a little bit of lumber, but you won't see that. Now, I wouldn't have too many people sitting on the bench at once. I really don't trust my work, so if you're going to sit on it, at least put your feet on the ground just in case. Oh yeah, and watch out for some nails. They're not all the way in. Anyways, it's actually been a few hours. I just got back with a load of sand, and we actually picked up a bit more wood. So far with this job, I spent $6,000 on materials. I'm hoping we got enough. Now, for this sandbox, we actually had to cut the wood, and guess what? I actually never brought a saw with me, so I guess this chainsaw is going to have to do. We need them to be 4 feet long, so I think if I cut it down the middle, it should be good. It's not going to be the prettiest, but at least it's getting cut. Okay, that should be enough sand there. We'll dump this last little bit, and just like that, we get the sandbox done. We ended up painting it too. I mean, we did a lot in the last couple hours. I mean, can you believe I actually built this myself? Guys, I did a good job, don't you think? Oh, and check this out. I built this too. Yes, I actually built this. No, I didn't buy the prefab one. I mean, there's still a little bit of work we gotta do. We gotta put some gravel here just so you can walk to it. But I built this. Nah, I'm just joking. It was a prefab kit. I wish I could build something like that. Anyways, for my favorite part now, let's go collect the money. Come on, Jimmy, give me the money. $45,000, that's the deal. Wait a minute, can I get a discount on a room? I mean, I should. I am your friend. Anyway, see ya. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the landscape series. Right now we're actually on our way to another job. So in one of the last episodes we actually did some renovations to that park we built. So I just got a call from the city. They actually want me to go down and mow the property, which shouldn't take me too long to actually do. We planted this grass probably 4 weeks ago, and I don't know how long it is right now, but they said it was overgrown, so let's go check it out. So I'm just pulling up to the park now, and wow, it grew really fast. It's gotta be at least 10 inches long. Guys, that's fast. We only planted this like 4 weeks ago. Yeah, it definitely is overgrown. So we're gonna grab the mower, get this done. I'm hoping I can get this done in 45 minutes because I actually got a call for a really big job and it's probably gonna take all day. So someone actually bought the field up by the old fire lookout and he wants to turn it into a dirt bike track. Now, I never built a dirt bike track before, but it can't be too hard. All you gotta do is push dirt around. Now, I don't know how good the dirt is up there, so we might have to bring some in to actually build the jumps. Now, Chad's been pretty busy over at the hotel job. He's been there for 3 to 4 days bringing topsoil, and he's still not done. They need a lot brought there. So he's going to have to stop that job for a little bit and come help me when I actually go up there. And I'm going to need the dozer, so we're going to have to bring that up too. Because the guy that actually bought that land and he's putting the dirt bike track there, he wants it open by next weekend so he can have a supercross race there. That's a lot of work to do, so I got to hurry up and get this job done so I can get that one started. But if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see it continue, smash the like button, subscribe, and comment below. It really helps the channel grow, and we're on track to get to 5,000 by the end of June. Alright, so I pretty much got this done. This little strip is the only thing left to do. Then we're going to load this up, collect our money, and head to the next job. So I made $750 mowing this property, and that's not too bad. And the city actually wants me to come by every 2 weeks to do this property, so I'm pretty happy about that. But right now, I'm actually going to run back to the shop, drop this truck off, grab my semi so I can grab the dozer and bring it to the next job. So I got about a 15-minute drive to get to the hotel, and guys, this trailer is actually really dirty. So I think one day of the week when we're not too busy, we're going to have to clean this up because if DOT stops us, I don't think they're going to like this. Anyways, I'm just pulling up to the hotel job, and I think this is perfect timing. Chad's there with the dump truck, so before I actually leave, I'm going to talk to him. But check out the pile of topsoil he actually brought here. Now, he's only been doing it for a couple of days, and the quarry is actually pretty far away, so I think he got a good amount brought here. Now, we're going to need double that to do this area, and we still got to put a parking lot here. I'm thinking in a week or two, we're going to come back to this job so we can get it finished. Hey Chad, how's it going? I tried to call you earlier. I guess there's no service up in the pit, but we got another job to do later. So after you get one more load of topsoil, I'm going to text you the address and I'm going to need you to bring me some dirt. Okay, sounds good. I'll talk to you later. Anyways, I just got off the phone with the owner of the property we're going to, and he said it's pretty hard to get up there. The road's pretty narrow, a lot of sharp turns, so we got to take our time. Now I could could unload the dozer at the bottom of the hill and just drive it up, but it's going to take a long time, so I'm going to try with the tractor trailer first and hope everything works out. Well, I don't think that's going anywhere. Okay, let's hit the road. YouTube says 60% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed, so if you guys are enjoying this content and would like to see it continue, make sure to subscribe, and if you haven't already, turn on your notification bell so you're notified every time we post a video. Okay, is this the road? Oh no, this is going to be hard. It's a bike route. How am I getting up this? Well, I guess we're going to keep it in low gear and hope for the best. It is very narrow like he said, and it's going to be really hard to get up. Yeah, here's our first problem. There's a rock in the middle of the road. I got to try to get around this. There's a tree on one side, so we're going to take our time and go on the rock a little bit. Oh no, I don't trust this, guys. And we are stuck? Oh no. I think we're stuck on the rock back there with the trailer, so we're going to rock it back and forth and hope for the best. I guess if it came down to it, I could take the dozer off and use the dozer to push the truck and trailer up, but I don't want to do that. So let's keep doing this and hope for the best. Yes, finally we got out. Now that took me about 20 minutes to do. Oh, are we stuck again? Alright guys, so I finally got up that hill. Now it took me 40 minutes to get around that turn, so on the way back we're going to try a different way. Now he said there was at least 3 ways to get up to this property, and that might be the worst one. But right now I'm actually going to unload the dozer. So I actually went over the plans. He wants all this field pushed up into a pile. That way we can get down to good dirt. Now he's hoping it's good dirt. I don't think it's going to be the best for jumps, but we'll see. Well guys, it's actually been a few hours and we finally got all the dirt pushed away into a pile, and yeah, we ran into some good dirt. Now it's not the best for building jumps, so I actually called Chad. He should be here within an hour with our first load of dirt so we could get these jumps started. And here's Chad. I'm going to have to ask him later if that way is better for coming up, but right now I'm going to drop my blade so he knows where to dump. Yeah, right there's good, Chad. I'm going to say we're going to need at least 10 more loads. We got a few jumps to build. I'm just looking at the plans and I think there's about 4 different jumps we gotta build. Yeah, Chad, head back to the quarry. We're going to need a lot more dirt than this. I'd say at least 10 more loads. So this is actually my first time building jumps, so I don't know actually how to do it, so we're taking our time, make sure everything looks good. Now the owner of this property is actually here. He's going to double check everything right before we leave. And just like that, I got the jump done. Look, there's deer. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. So we got the jump done, but we still gotta make the landing. Then we got a couple more jumps to do. So Chad's actually back with another load, and I don't want him to wait, so we'll put our blade down, get him back up. I'm starting to spin a little bit. I think the ground might be a bit softer on this side. Hey Chad, what are you doing? Go back to the quarry, get another load. I don't have all day. Oh, guys, I am beat. Okay, so we've been doing this for about 6 hours now, and I'm just back dragging the last landing. I think we did a good job, but I won't know for sure till the owner comes by and actually tries it out on his dirt bike. But everything is done that was supposed to be done. That jump there might need to be fixed up. I'm not too sure yet. But anyways, let me show you how you do it. So if you're on a dirt bike, you're gonna get a lot of speed. You're gonna come in, hit this jump, and you're actually gonna make the landing. I'm not, because I'm walking. And then you're going to come down here to this berm so you can make the turn, hit this tabletop jump that's really not done that good, but oh well. We're going to hit it. Yeah, perfect. Then you're going to come up here to the last turn before you hit the final jump. And here goes nothing. Let's do a whip. Oh yeah, perfect. Now I didn't make the landing, but you guys get the point. I won the race. I think we did a good job building this dirt bike track. Now I won't know for sure till the owner comes by. So I made $90,000 off this job. Oh, the ground's really wet here. We're sliding a lot. Okay, we just got up. Yeah, so we made $90,000 for 6 hours worth of work. Now that's really good money. I think I might buy a dirt bike. What do you guys think? Should I? Alright, so we're actually going to take this way down. He said it's supposed to be better than the last way we went. So far so good. We're able to go a little bit faster. Now there is some turns you gotta watch out for. Oh no. What the heck? Did I just do a loop? He told me that was the way out. I just wasted 15 minutes doing a loop. I guess we're going to take the way Chad took. Hopefully it's a lot better. Now this first turn is pretty rough. Well, there's actually been a slight change in plans, so I just got a call from one of my good friends. He owns a small construction company, and he was doing a little job where he had to take away contaminated material, and he actually flipped over in the ditch. Now he's okay, but there's contaminated material everywhere, so I need to go get my excavator so we can clean this up and get the truck out of the ditch. Alright, so I got the excavator loaded up, and and it's actually not too far away from my shop. It's just up here on the other road, so hopefully we can do this pretty quick because I still gotta bring the dozer back to the hotel job. Holy smokes guys, check this out. What did he do? Oh, this ain't good. This is gonna take me a lot longer than I thought. So my plan is to actually unload the excavator, try to get the truck out of the ditch and put on this trailer so I can get Chad by with the dump truck. That way I can actually load the contaminated material in the back. I can bring it to the dump while Chad takes this truck and brings the pickup back to my friend's yard. Let's see how I can do this. So I was going to use a chain, but the truck is rode off anyway, so it don't matter if I beat it up. So let's just use the bucket and thumb and hopefully I can drag it back on the road. Oh, here we go. We're starting to get somewhere. Yeah, this truck is destroyed. And finally I got to put on the truck. That took me about 40 minutes to do. It's actually pretty hard without a chain or anything to actually lift the truck, but we got to put on. So I'm going to get the ramps put up and all ready to go, so when Chad comes by he can just take it and go, and I can load this material in back of the dump truck and we can finish this day off. So it's actually been a few hours, but we finally got this ditch cleaned out. I'm just patting everything down, making sure it's good. So I'm actually going to put the excavator down over here for now, so when Chad gets back he can pick it up and bring it back to the shop. Oh, I actually better hurry up. The dump closes in 40 minutes and we still got a 35-minute drive, so we better hurry up. But this is actually going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying this series and would like to see it continue, smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. In this series, I started a landscaping business with $500,000 and a pickup truck in the hopes of making millions. Will I make it big or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the landscape series. Right now we're actually on our way to trade this excavator in. I actually found one that's a little bit better. It comes with more attachments and we're going to need it for the next job we're going to be doing. And guys, it's actually brand new. It costs $300,000, so we're getting $100,000 for the trade on this one, and we're going to have to spend $200,000 of our own money. Well, I think it's going to be worth it. Well, let's check it out. So we got a Doosan DX225. It is brand new guys. We get 3 buckets. We got a trenching one. We got a thumb. This is going to come in handy for the next job we got to do. Alright, that's not going anywhere. So we get this load up. We get the other one taken off. Now in the future, I should probably get a new trailer. It's pretty hard to get up on this one. Anyways, I just spent $200,000, got all the paperwork signed, but we just spent a lot of money, so it's time to get back to work. So let's go. So the job I'm actually going to right now, they called me last night and they're having a lot of water in their field. Now they already got it tiled, but they want to add a couple more lines in. So we're going to help them out today. Oh, and did I mention this machine actually got GPS built into it. So we just need to set up a total station. That way we can find their existing tile. That way we don't beat it up and we're able to join into it when we need to. But if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see it continue, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and we're on track to get to 5,000 by the end of June. Alright guys, so after driving for about 40 minutes now, we're actually to the field. I'm going to pull over, get this excavator unloaded, and I'm actually going to have to wait for the farmer to come by to double check a couple of things and find out exactly where he wants me to start. Oh, that's strange. It looks like somebody hit a sign. Anyway, I actually got a little bit of time to wait before he gets here, so I'm going to go back in the truck. Alright guys, so it's actually been a few hours. We got our total station set up, so we're ready to go, but I kind of misunderstood him when he wrote me last night. He's not actually putting new tile in. There's a broken piece somewhere around here, and we're going to use the GPS to actually locate it without beating any more up. I think I should put the ditching bucket on, that way we don't destroy the field too much. I mean, it's only a 4-inch tile. We should be able to find it and fix it, no problem. He said it should be around 3 feet deep, so let's see if he's right. I know I actually never tried this machine yet, but I feel like it's going to be a lot better. We got a quick attach, see what we can do. We can drop one bucket and grab the other one without any problems. Oh guys, this is a nice system. Don't get me wrong, I did like our other excavator, but it was pretty dated, and this one here is brand new. I'm pretty new with this technology in this machine, so it's taking me a little bit longer to actually get it dialed in, but I think I might have it right now. So we got everything set on our total station and it's popping up on our monitor in the excavator, so we should be able to keep grade. That way we can actually find this pipe without beating any more up, hopefully. Yeah, this system is definitely worth it. So I've been digging for not even 10 minutes now, and I found the first part of the pipe that's broke. So I'm going to follow the pipe back at least 30 to 40 feet. That's what it looks like like on the ground level how far is actually wet, so we're hoping it's no more than that. We don't want to dig up more than we have to because there's another line going across the field, and if we got to dig into that, it's just going to be a lot more work. Alright guys, so I've been digging for about 30 minutes now, and we just went past the pipe about 5 feet, and it don't look like it's broke down here, so I'm just going to clean up the area a bit more for the farmers. They're actually going to be fixing the tile themselves, and I'm not going to be able to leave the excavator here because I actually just got a call for another job, and we need to get there as soon as we get this one done. And that job should only take a couple hours, so I'm thinking by tomorrow I can actually come back to this one and backfill. YouTube says 60% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed, so if you guys are enjoying the landscape series and would like to see it continue, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And turn on notifications, that way you guys are notified every time we post a video. And finally, after driving for 45 minutes, we're to the next job. So this job right here, somebody actually bought this house not too long ago, and they actually want to tear it down and build a brand new one. So today we're doing a little bit of demolition and we're getting the site ready for the concrete work. So I just finished talking to the homeowner and we went over the plans one last time before we actually tear down this house. So it looks like we're going to be tearing down that house, making that a parking lot, and the house is actually going to be back behind it. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, and that means we're going to have to cut down a couple of trees. But I do have a dump truck coming very soon, so Chad should be here within 40 minutes. That way we can load this house right in back and he can bring it to the dump. And now for the fun part, guys, we get to destroy this house and I'm really happy about that. I just gotta be careful I don't scratch the cylinders on my brand new excavator, but here goes nothing. Let's get this porch out of here. And just like that, the house is gone. It took me about 2 hours to do. Chad just left with the last bit of wood. He should be able to get to the dump before it closes. But guys, check this out. We do have a little bit of groundwork we gotta do right here. We need to try to get this cut down about 2 feet. That way we can make a nice parking lot. Well, I think that should be good enough for now. We do have to come back later and actually fix everything up, grade everything down. But we need somewhere just so we can put material, and I think this might be good. So right now, after looking at the plans, it looks like we need to cut down this tree, these little ones here, and there's a couple more big ones up there. But we need to burn this wood, so I should probably dig a hole so we can build a burn pit. I think down here might be the best spot for the burn pit because, well, this is where the septic system's going to have to go anyway, and we got to dig it out. And guys, don't worry, I actually got all the right permits for this. I was talking to the fire department. We're allowed to have this burned today. It's been raining for a couple of days, so the wood around here is pretty wet. I think that should be good enough for a fire. What do you guys think? Anyway, let's get this excavator parked over here, go grab our chainsaw, and I'm going to try to cut down that tree so it falls directly into the fire pit. Do you guys think I could do it? I sure hope so. If not, I do have an excavator there with a thumb, and guys, this tree is massive. This is going to take forever to cut. Now, I'm not too concerned if it falls the wrong way and takes out that shed, because I'm pretty sure they're getting rid of that at some point anyway. That would just speed up the process. Timber. Oh, I should have probably moved the excavator. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, that wasn't smart at all. My brand new excavator was parked there. Well, anyway, let's get this fire started. Okay, there we go. We just need to pour a bit of diesel on it, and it should burst into flames any point now. While that tree is burning, I'm going to continue on cutting down these trees. This one here, I might put it on the fire. I know that's probably going to be dangerous because this fire is going to be like 100 feet tall, but I'm trying to get this job done as fast as possible, and these trees are going to take a couple hours to burn anyway. Timber. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we got a really bad situation here, but if I cut down this tree and run as fast as possible, I should be good. Here we go. Uh-oh, this is dangerous. Run, run, run. Oh, okay. That worked out perfect. Wow, you guys should have seen the flames. So we had this burning for over an hour now, and the flames were visible from the road, and the fire department came by. Yeah, let's just say they weren't too impressed when they got here and seen flames 200 feet in the air. I kind of got in trouble, but we're still allowed to burn, so that's the main thing. I'm just going to get this fire situated before I throw any more on it because they're watching me like a hawk now, so I gotta make sure I do everything right. So we're gonna make sure this is in the middle, and then we're gonna throw a couple more trees on it and hopefully get this done soon. Alright guys, so it's actually been a few hours. The fire is pretty much gone out now. It's gonna smolder for probably a couple more days. That was a massive fire, but I was just looking at the plans and we need to actually get this spot here leveled out a little bit so they can actually start building their house next week. So I'm actually gonna grab our total station. That way we can actually put in the required grades needed for this pad, and we put this number in here. I think we got it good. So it looks like according to the plans that the grade is actually right here, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. We actually got the big bucket on now, so it should only take about 15 to 20 minutes to actually dig out. So I need to dig this pad 50 by 50. And with this system, it's actually a lot faster, guys. I can't believe I never had this before. I mean, I did have an older excavator, so that was one of the reasons I didn't have it, and it's actually pretty expensive. But the landscaping business has actually been doing pretty good lately, so why not spend some money to upgrade it to the fact that we can actually do jobs a lot faster. I would like to get GPS put on our dozer, but right now that's just too expensive, and we don't do a lot of dozer work, but it would save a lot of time and money in the future. And just like that, we got this pad done. Now it took me about 45 minutes to do, which isn't long at all. This system really helps out. So we're actually done with this job for now. I do have to come back, do the septic, do the groundwork around the property when they get it done, but before I can do that, they actually got to pour the basement. So I think I'm going to leave the excavator here because it's actually pretty far away, and that tile job, I might just grab the dozer or the track loader, that way we can backfill it. But they're actually not ready to backfill right now, and we do have another job lined up for today, so I'm going to go back to the shop, grab my truck and mower so we can get that done. I don't know what it is, but the last couple days we actually been getting a lot more mowing jobs than normal, and I'm okay with that because, well, I like a little change up between doing all these commercial jobs, so it's nice getting on the mower and just mowing a property. Wow, this property is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. Now it looks like they got some sort of business to the right. They got a massive garage, so I actually don't know what to charge for this property, but it is overgrown a nice bit. I'm going to say it's about 8 inches long. I'm glad we got this mower. It makes it a lot easier. Since I'm starting to get a lot more mowing jobs, I've been thinking about buying another mower. That way we can actually do them. Now I don't know what I should get. Should I get another mower like this, or should I get one for the skid steer? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. So I've been mowing this property for about 15 minutes now, and I'm going to say we got about a quarter of the property done. Well, I just got a call from that farmer with the tile job, and he got it all hooked back up, and I told him I'd be there tomorrow morning, and he's okay with that. So that means after I get this job done, I'm going to run back to the shop, put the dozer on the float. That way tomorrow morning we can get to that job and get it finished. Alright, so I got that job done, and I made $250. It took me about an hour to do, which isn't too bad. But right now I'm actually going to run back to the shop, get the dozer put on the trailer. That way we can get that ready for tomorrow. But this is actually going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying this series and would like to see it continue, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.